What the fuck is up, everybody? I hate white people here, and today we're back with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 as we're going to be finishing up the game. Joining me, as always, is Sniper the White Man.
Yo.
And we're doing a thing.
A very white thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could be, if I remember, correctly, I think there's like one, maybe two more missions.
These heavily defended towers are clearly being built to extend the reach of their network. Like the internet, their grid is adaptive and seems highly resistant to being completely shut down. So trying to destroy the towers would be an inefficient use of our time and resources.
However, we might still have an ace in the hole. Our nanite stasis signal should still function, if we could only broadcast it on their network. Their encryption makes that impossible to do from the outside. But if we were able to take control of one of their repeater towers and send the signal from there, it just might work.
We've identified only one tower that is central enough to reach the entire fold before they could react.
If we were able to infiltrate this enemy base and send the shutdown signal, all members of the fold would be paralyzed, allowing us to round them up and cure them of the nanite infection.
It sounds simple, but won't be easy. Iceland was one of the first countries to be completely overtaken by the Collective. However, this may be our only shot at defeating the Fold. If we fail here, we'll have revealed our only trump card, and they won't give us another chance once they figure out what we're up to. We'll get as close to the tower as we can without attracting their attention. From there, we'll have to fight through their defenses, make our way into the base, and send out that signal.
That's as close as we can get you. You must find a way inside, so you can send out the stasis signal.
Alright. This is stealth, everyone.
Total stealth.
This is how I play Metal Gear.
Yeah, he did.
You a gambling man?
Speaking of stealth, I'm very excited for PlayerUnknown's Battlefield 5.
You're spy! It's what's for
You mean Fortnite's PlayerUnknown's Battlefield of Call of Duty?
Battlefield Z1.
Right. Actually, I think I saw something over on this side. Wanna double check. No? Really? Thought I would have. Totally would have been something there.
I've got more energy than any kind of zombie. Always bet on gambling.
By the way, to the one person who's watching, if you haven't already, go see the movie Hereditary. If you don't, you're gay.
Oh, I guess I'm gay.
Alright. It's a good movie.
wasn't done with you yet.
By the way, have we gotten any comments on any of our Marvel Ultimate Alliance videos?
Not from what I saw, no.
Okay. I swear that's the only thing I like about YouTube is comments.
Yeah, if it's not you know, if it's not reaction videos being in your being randomly put into your recommended feed, even though you've never seen a single video from said person, or a cringe-tastic thumbnail of just emoji picture from game, photobomb of person smiling or having their mouth wide open with a shocked face, preferably with an arrow in a circle.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Blasphemous HD.
I'm gonna react to the Infinity War trailer. Whoa! Oh!
Damn!
Oh, damn! Oh.
Hey guys, did you know I'm black? Damn!
And yeah,
I only have the most intentionally racist accent. I swear, that's why like 99% of popular YouTube reaction channels are black dudes. It's because people like to hear black dudes say, "Damn."
damn.
That's it. Why do you think there was a wrestler whose entire catchphrase was that? That's all people want to hear. Nothing insightful, nothing like. I was just watching like a 30-minute long video explaining the storytelling in Devil May Cry 3. But nobody wants to watch that. They just want to watch a 2-second long video of like Blasphemous HD holding up a copy of Devil May Cry 3 and saying "damn."
You a gambling man?
Yeah, we need to do it. Well, okay, there. I just said it myself now, but we have to get over here to get rid of the super reactor. And there. Yeah, like reaction overly stupid and cringy reaction channels is what's making YouTube just not a fun place to be.
Yeah. Especially like those reaction channels that don't really have any original jokes of their own, but pretty much just steal jokes from other people and don't add anything interesting to them at all. So basically, what's an analogy? Basically every single reaction to a "This Is How You Don't Play" ever. All
Except,
of them.
Yeah, like except for, and again, like I don't mean to, want to toot our own horn or something, but like except for oddly enough when it comes to kind of us, because we aren't just like car bullshits. I don't know, insert meme here, or catchphrase here. Like we'll actually give some stuff maybe from our past of the game, or like, oh man, I remember this level used to be a bitch, so I can totally understand failing this a few times, or and
honestly, really, the only unique
to.
thing about us is like the stupid memes that we come up with, like
like our original
pickle
memes.
Shit, like the pickle, we don't just like take SOK memes. I mean, I used to do that. Like honestly, if you look up my first "This Is How You Don't Play" reactions, they kind of suck. But as I went on, and as we went on, they got a lot better, and we actually came up with our own shit. Nobody understood it, but it was still our own shit. Nobody else was saying it, damn sure. Nobody else was talking about the fucking pickle. I love how it's such a dumb meme that I don't even like take the energy to explain it. It's just the fucking pickle.
It's just the pickle. I mean, what else is there left to say?
Exactly. They will always live on as the pickle incident.
Want somebody to fight zombies? Ask the kid.
The night that Foal cried pickle.
But no, yeah, like I totally agree with that. It's like, yeah, like we're not just like 100% using you know, again, like insert other meme here. Like we'll actually make up our own stuff, because you know that's because like if every single video was just let me go down the checklist of every other meme that everyone has already made up, then eventually it's just going to be kind of bland and boring that anyone could make. Like you could watch any other video for like 5 minutes and then be like, okay, I understand every meme now.
Yup. We're not just like basically joke thieves that react to the shit when it's popular and then immediately jump off when it's not popular anymore. Cough, cough, shouldn't be gaming. Cough, cough. Because we, like, yeah, we did it for fun. It's like, yeah, we know that our reaction to Parasite Eve is not going to get any views because, incredibly unfortunately, so many people don't even know what Parasite Eve is, but fuck it. And now, hopefully, from that video, the numerous people who, for some reason, unironically watched it now know a little bit about Parasite Eve, at least for me. Because they sure as fuck didn't learn anything about it from the This Is How You Don't Play. Because the editing was... It was rare. From what I remember. I mean, it was no, like, outsider This Is How You Don't Play.
Yeah, where it's like where
and I mean that in a good way.
Yeah, yeah. Where like where like, you know, obviously with like majority stuff there, you know, you could cut out a good, I don't know, like if the video says like 4 hours, you could probably cut out a good half of it.
4 hours part 1.
Yeah, 4 hours. Yeah, sorry. If it says 4 hours part 1, you could cut out about half of the first part, and about maybe about half to like 3/4 of the second part, because the rest of it's like not really necessarily that bad. It's just like, you know, again, like my personal pick would be like if he's saying something like really stupid that just makes no sense for just I'm like, you know, to make a stupid, you know, shitty joke that not even 5-year-olds will laugh at, okay, that's fine. But if he's just like silent and he's just, you know, oh, because there's in any playthrough there's always going to be a downtime where there's honestly not going to be much to really talk about necessarily. So like if he's just silent for like a minute or so and not much is happening on screen, that doesn't necessarily need to be shown, because that'll happen to literally anyone. The so-called like best people will like even have their slow days or their slow times in games that they won't necessarily be, you know, spouting off, you know, funny lines or you know, perspectives from like, oh well, if, you know, when I played this boss when I was, you know, or like, you know, when I fought this boss when I was 15, I did this and this and I screwed up, or, you know, actually give them like insight. Again, there'll always be like a silent moment or two.
Oh no, it's the two characters no one cares about.
I think Spider-Woman. I kind of like Spider-Woman. I mean, granted, I don't know much about her, but like, I like the idea of
Spider-Gwen's a better waifu.
But yeah, like I like
thicker.
Right. But yeah, like I like the idea of, you know, obviously like essentially female Spider-Man. So like I would kind of like for some sort of you know, I don't know, something to kind of be like, hey, by the way, let's make reference to her. That could be, you know, a thing. Shit, I can't heal while you're doing that. Shit, and I almost died there. Give her one of them first. There we go.
Yeah.
Make sure you heal up yourself. It's R1 and then whatever button for you. Alright, let's go, Wonder Man.
But yeah, in the aforementioned 30-minute video on Devil May Cry 3 that I saw, it mentioned a lot of stuff that even in multiple playthroughs I'd never really taken into consideration. Like, for instance, how the very first boss of the game isn't too particularly hard, but can still be difficult to newer players. And then immediately after you face that boss, then it like shows Virgil just killing the boss in one hit. Just modern games would spend like 30 minutes going, did you know about this guy? This guy is strong. He did this and that, so that means he's very strong. So remember, this guy is a strong character. But DMC3, it just shows it in like 30 seconds that, yeah, Virgil's like ridiculously powerful.
Okay.
Which,
right.
you know, show, not tell. But showing is too hard, so now that's all modern video games do. Except for a couple. Like Persona 5 did it at one point, but if I described how, that would be a massive spoiler.
Ah.
Yeah. No, I need to do things.
Actually, good points. Can I finally upgrade it? Holy shit, I can finally upgrade Card Barrage. Jesus. Took its sweet time.
And also another thing that it mentioned in terms of boss design was how, like, normally, sometimes in games, whenever you have to fight a reoccurring character, they're just like, okay, yeah, this time just give them one or two more moves and make them do a little more damage. But with Virgil, he actually gains a new weapon with each fight. And not only does it, like, have something to do with the story and characterization, but it, like, 100% changes up his moveset. Which, I wish more games would do that, because it actually makes the fights feel like completely different bosses.
Right.
Oh, also, I don't know if I told you about this or not, but did I tell you about when I went to that weapons shop where I buy pretty much all of my swords, how the person there kind of tried to scam me into buying, well, not really scam me, but just sort of lied about a pair of triple nunchucks?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay, well, basically, when I say triple nunchucks, I mean 3-piece nunchucks. So, you know how nunchucks have, like, 2 pieces of wood?
Yeah, yeah.
Now imagine one with 3 pieces of wood. That's basically what it was. I have no idea how to use it, but she was like, "Oh yeah, this was used by Bruce Lee in his movies." I was like, "Oh, what Bruce Lee movie?" And she like completely changed the subject. Like, "Oh yeah, this is like a famous Chinese weapon." And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna ask again. I'm just gonna ignore it. Because she knew, like, oh shit, yeah, he actually watched every single Bruce Lee movie ever made, so he knows that this was never in a Bruce Lee movie ever.
Nice.
I mean, maybe there was a point in one of his movies where he came into contact with somebody who was once in an area where somebody may have conceived the thought of 3-piece nunchucks, but that's about it.
Right.
So I was just like, yeah, I'll just buy the nunchucks that literally have his face on them. Fuck.
How about double or nothing?
No.
Come on, get up.
Oh, for a minute I was like, is she taking damage? But I didn't see that her health bar was actually on the bottom left. I keep switching up the boss health bar types. This definitely feels like a final dungeon.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does. So maybe it's just maybe the final bit is just one final long mission.
Yeah.
That object blocks the teleport. It will reboot the system and let you access other areas. Use that object to block the teleport. It will reboot the system and let you access other areas.
Resident Evil 2 remake puzzle gameplay leaked reveal.
Everything they haven't done. You need to go!
I'm dying here.
Fuck. 4 out of 10, not enough square cranks. Shit.
Not enough.
That was the Capcom gods. They didn't like my joke.
Oh, heal up. You're almost dead. You're almost dead.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There, I'll keep using this so we can always have an additional one. We're actually running low.
Yeah. Oh shit, she's almost dead. Boom. That was quick.
Yep, good.
She dropped the thing. Alright. Oh.
Not what I expected.
The main path is still blocked? Damn it.
Oh my god, this feels like Mega Man.
Certainly does.
Alright, so I think that this is the area we go to fight Magma Dragoon.
Yeah, I remember all those cylinder. I remember all those cylinder puzzles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Magma Dragoon is my favorite Marvel character. Fuck. Capcom again did not like my joke.
Capcom.
Even though they had nothing to do with this game, they're still like assaulting me through it. Don't worry, this is Colossus. He can't hit anyone.
Right. I forgot. He'll just punch the air slightly in front of you.
Yeah. Unless we're talking about Deadpool 2, then he magically figured out how to murder someone. You saw Deadpool 2, right?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, okay.
I will eventually, but yeah, I will eventually, but no, I haven't. I haven't been out to see it.
Yeah. Even though it's probably not your type of movie, I'll still just recommend Hereditary again, because it's advertised like a horror movie, but believe me, it's not. It's like a psychological movie, more so. It can be creepy, but it's not like, oh, the ancient demons of ancient creepy boards from hell are screaming in front of the camera. It's more like, you have no clue what's going on, but in a good way, pretty much.
Yeah. I've only heard a little, I've only heard a little bit of it, and like stuff that I was kind of told, or stuff that I was kind of like told in a way was like, oh well, you know, it's like this, you know, thriller, drama-ish thing of like just this, you know, this family, and it spent a lot of times with its characters, and then like 2/3 of the way through, it gets like kinda ghosty, creepy. Like again, not like jump scare horror movie, but it gets like kinda like other horror movie sort of atmosphere at times.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, like that, and that's the thing though. It's like those movies aren't my sort of thing at all, personally.
Do you get scared easily?
Pretty much. I mean, like, I mean, at the same time too, like, I could watch something like that, but it has to be like early in the morning. I could not watch something at night, because then that's all I'll be thinking about, and I get and again, like, I get nightmares very easily.
I wish that I could loan you my resilience to horror movies. Especially on Halloween, because every Halloween I like binge on horror films, like, in the middle of the night. Especially Halloween 2. That's a necessity for every Halloween. I don't know why that one's my favorite. But it's just so good. And Nani? Omae wa mo shinderu.
Not me.
Nani? Is that a JoJo reference?
Kenshiro.
Victory was in the car.
Is that a JoJo reference?
I played what was it, a little, like, quite a while ago. I would say like maybe 2 months ago or something. I made a Japanese PSN account, and randomly went onto the store. The entire layout is so much different from the North American version. Like normally where like just games would be, it would be like if you were to go to like a certain game or a certain genre or something, or just like the complete layout is either put in random places, or just completely makes, again, just like no sense with the way it's laid out.
Yeah.
But then I kind of remembered that, like, oh yeah, I heard that there was some new Fist of the North Star game coming out. At some point, I saw that the demo was up. I played for a little bit, and I was definitely getting into it because I mean, like my only sort of I guess knowledge of it is playing the Warriors game, which more or less like with any Warriors game, it kind of like, you know, summarizes, especially if it's taken off like the anime. It kind of just summarizes the main plot points, like they've done with the One Piece games, where like One Piece Pirate Warriors 1 and 3 follow the main plot of the show, and 2 actually has One Piece Pirate Warriors 2 actually has a completely original storyline made specifically from the written specifically from the creator himself. So I think that's actually pretty neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like that was my only sort of like knowledge of it, just whatever was shown in the Warriors game, and yeah, like it's fairly similar, but but there's a decent number of changes, and especially to the action stuff, and my god, like it's very weird, but kind of like satisfying of just doing some like super move and just stabbing both of your thumbs into an enemy, and then just watching their entire body like from the inside just burst into like blood. And it's just like, it's something so obscure and weird that I'm like, that I like, why don't other games do something as graphic as this? This is like so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only anime that I've had time to watch at all as of late is one of the 873 billion Mobile Suit Gundam series. Being Mobile Suit Gundam 00.
Okay, yeah, like I completely don't even know which ones I used to watch. I think the ones were like Seed and Seed Destiny. I think the other one was called. I think those are like those are one of the few that I watched. I think one of them is called like Mobile Suit Gundam 0 or something. There's
yeah, 00.
Is it 00?
Was it like 2 zeros?
Well,
it like starts off in a war, and there's like this kid running from a bunch of mechs, and then like the mech with a sniper rifle saves him, and then just out of nowhere he pilots the Mobile Suit Gundam, like the really iconic one with the sword and stuff, and he joins with fuck, what are they called? Celestial Being Who Wants to Stop War, that show?
Well, the thing is, again, like, that was all the way back in the 90s, and I don't really quite remember because there were so many of them that came out around that time. Like, the, late 90s and early 2000s, there was, like, I swear there must have been, like, five of those shows, going from, like, in that time period.
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of tough for me to, like, actually remember or kind of, know which one's which. But, like, I'm mainly just going after, because like I looked up recently of, like, you know, which ones, like which ones had like, you know, the intros where I kind of recognized, and again, like, it could be something else that I'm thinking of, but it's like 0 or 00 or something, or just Gundam Wing. I forget which one it was, but I definitely recognize the theme more than anything that probably happens in the show.
Yeah. Honestly, I was it probably wasn't 00 then, because honestly I was kind of disappointed with 00's theme. It's like, I've listened to it a number of times so far, and I couldn't tell you what the theme sounds like. It doesn't feel like it starts until like halfway through the opening, weirdly.
Okay, yeah, right.
Hopefully it has a good, like, opening 2 or something.
Yeah, like, the one that which I now want to say is actually Gundam Wing, but like probably like after the stream, or not stream, but after the videos here, I'll try to remember. I'll try to remind myself, or if not, you remind me afterwards to try to find that clip, and then to try and also remember like which one of the shows that again like I recognize the intro to the song. I recognize the intro so much, but like absolutely zero of the show. And normally normally for animes and stuff like that, normally there would either be like, okay, you know, this nostalgia because I recognize this song, but at least and then I'll be like, oh, I kind of remember this being a thing and this character and this thing going on. Like usually I would be able to come up with a few things that have happened. I literally don't recall anything, but I know that I knew the song as soon as I heard it. So it's really strange.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's not too many shows that I can think of where I know the intro like off by heart, but then if you ask me like what's any character's name or what's any plot line that happens, you might as well be talking to me in gibberish because I have no idea what to say.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about 00 so far is that it is kind of confusing, because like again, the main character Setsuna starts off in a war zone, and then he's saved by a mobile suit, and then out of nowhere he's a pilot. I'm like, how the fuck did he become a pilot? And I know it's the same character because he references being in the war zone, like when he's taking on a bunch of dudes. I'm just like, how did you magically materialize as a pilot? That would have been some cool character development stuff. Show him like trying to learn how to. That's probably like episode 473 or something. This is why I haven't gotten into Mobile Suit Gundam until now. It's like 00 is 50 episodes for the series and like multiple movies, and that's just one of the many sub-series within the Mobile Suit Gundam series.
Yeah, within the Mobile Suit Gundam series, that goes all the way back to like the early 80s. Yeah, it's to the early 80s, and it's just like, it's just like pretty crazy.
And
that,
until
like,
today with like Iron-Blooded Orphans and shit. At least, no, I think Iron-Blooded Orphans started in 2016, and I think it's still having episodes today. So yeah, from the early 80s to today.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Yeah, there's like OG series, Gundam Wing, a bunch of really weird titles with just a bunch of letters and numbers. Seed.
Yeah, Seed, Destiny, Seed, or just Destiny, whichever one it's called.
Yeah, because like I was looking up which one to start with. They were like, oh, if you want to start at the beginning, start with the original series. If you want something with a lot of action, watch Seed. If you want something that's more like dark and mature, watch 00. So I was like, oh, I'll watch 00. And I'm like, I'm confused. I get everything except for how he became a pilot. If they just explain that to me, it'll be like one of the series I binge on. But right now, I just can't get over that. Why can't one of our 2 viewers be like a huge expert on Gundam 00 so they can at least explain that to me? Even if it's a spoiler, I don't care.
I always thought a hot dog.
Yeah, I think this is the final mission because this shit's long.
Yeah, we've been going for like, I think just over 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Majority
and
of it being
they're like
this.
20 minutes, 30 minutes.
I mean, some of the later areas, some of the later areas, like I think the last 2 areas there, like one map was like maybe like 35-40 minutes, and another one was like close to 45 or something. So like they've been progressively getting longer and longer. So yeah, it definitely seems either like this definitely seems like end goal here.
Because the difference between this and the first game is the first game didn't have as many areas, but they were way longer. Like, each area was about an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if I remember, there was, like, the opening part with the helicarrier, there was the Omega base, there was, like, 3 Asgard areas, Mephisto's realm, some temple thing, where we had that incredible Hulk glitch. Of course, Doom's Castle, the scroll thingy. I think there were like 2 scroll thingies. When we had to collect the Macran crystal shard and stop Galactus. And like a few others, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, like I definitely think that the first game, yeah, just had like really long levels, which then like kind of put me in a little bit of a amazement of just like, oh wow, like this entire area, like the entire like Asgard, you know, levels or saga or of things where we had to quit the game for months and then came back because of that Ymir glitch.
Yeah.
And like the amount of time that like that entire part took, really, like that was like Act 3 into the story, into the main mission, and there was what there and like it seemed like there was like quite a lot. But then when you put in consideration, like, okay, well, probably that entire thing took anywhere from like an hour and a half or something, and then like that was like one of the 5 acts took like an hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm like, jeez.
Yeah.
Why does it seem that there's just a shit ton of enemies? Hopefully they're just
this is ridiculous.
Hopefully they're going to stop soon. Okay, do we get a breathing? Okay, we can breathe. Let's get going. Jesus. Oh, okay.
I think we have to use it again, but with that there, so we don't get teleported back to the spot.
Right.
Let's just ignore these enemies, fuck them.
Yeah, I'll just... Oh my god, I just now realized how much damage my, whatever move it is, these explosive cards can actually do now. Okay. I'll just... Yeah, we'll just... This is probably also why it seems to be taking a long time, because then... Shit. Yeah, that's probably another reason why it seems like it's taking a long time, because these guys kind of... Not exactly endlessly spawn, but there's just a lot of them.
Yeah.
That is. Thank you. Oof.
I'm gonna need a breather soon. I had probably put up a better fight.
Also, I think it's funny how it always seems that when both you and I have played a video game series, it's like we both have played a bunch of the games in the series, and like with both of our knowledge combined, then we pretty much have an overall knowledge of the series. Like I was just thinking about with Devil May Cry, like I've played 3 and 4, but you haven't played 3 and 4, and you've beaten 1 and 2, and I haven't beaten 1 and 2. But then like combined, we have like a complete overall knowledge of the whole series.
Yeah, right. Yeah, which like I just like the only sort of correction there is like I have played 4, but there's only two things. One, I only did about half the game. Like, I never got to Dante's side. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Like I probably played like maybe, you know, however long Nero's part is. That's pretty much however long I was playing the game, and also I got that when I got my PS3, which wasn't until about when did 4 come out? Like
2008.
2008. Yeah, I got DMC4 when I got my PS3.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Nero's or Dante's part started in like mission 13 or something, and trust me, you didn't miss much. It's literally just Dante going in reverse.
Yeah.
Although the saving grace is that we get Dante cutscenes for the bosses this time, and while I do like Nero, the Dante cutscenes are just perfect.
You could have selected the painless option. Instead, you chose this.
Make the circle bigger.
Yes. What's for dinner?
Tinkerer got buffed by Zarya.
God damn, I was trying to time that. What? Trying to time that last hit in. Oh great, now he's got 4 of these guys. Alright, get out of here. Oh boy, oh boy.
Yes, I'm sure it will work with the press of this button, as we have not defeated the boss yet. Nothing will go wrong at all.
Nothing.